Guys, you all can unmute yourself and we can have a quick introduction about what each one is doing and why they are interested to learn in this software called Photoshop. I think Smriti,
Yeah.
yeah. So can you tell me why you are interested to and what first the word Photoshop? If I tell you that word, what comes in your mind?
When you tell me the word
Photoshop.
Photoshop, it means just cutting out the outlines and pasting it somewhere, uh, something like that, or maybe changing the shape and size of whatever. I don't know much about it.
Okay, okay.
I just it just seemed a very interesting workshop, so I just enrolled.
Yeah, definitely this will be a
But
very interesting workshop and
what
this workshop, okay, and we will have some interactive sessions also. So, okay, I got it. What you understood about Photoshop. So let me ask Shilpa. Shilpa, can you unmute your mic and tell me what do you understand by the word
Yeah,
Photoshop?
yeah, thank you. Actually, I was just making some posters, I was just doing it a hobby for personal use. And
Okay,
then when I had to add the profile pictures, or when I had to add the person's pictures or something, I
okay.
felt I needed to learn something more, or something about the finish, or something like that. So I thought this workshop would help that.
Definitely, it will help you a lot, and you will learn something new thing. Aditya, again, you can unmute your mic and tell me what do you understand by this Photoshop?
Photoshop means I want to learn something more during these holidays. So playing with photos or just cropping, editing, and texting it, and afterwards how it will look. That's why I want to learn Photoshop.
Now, let me come up. See, this basically photo. Photo means everybody knows what is photo. Photo, myself,
yeah.
Trilok Singh Bajaj, and I was working with Edit Institute and Big Byte Institute for last 7 to 8 years and teaching all these various softwares. Now, again, coming back to Photoshop, what do I mean by word photo? Photo means something to do with photo, and shop means it's a shop where you can buy and or edit these entire photo, or you can even create a banner, brochure, or different other things. Okay, so let's start up with Photoshop. Photoshop.
So what we're also looking for is,
Yeah,
say, like for example, if this where I am is it's a photograph, and if there are curtains behind, so if I want to extend this curtain all the way to this side of the
you can do
thing,
it.
so
See,
you can do that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, Smriti, I'll tell you. Your mode of your life in your life, this software will help you a lot. Like whatever you're doing, small photo editing. Like as I move further, I will explain you how this software helps you in your day-to-day activity also, and certain other things also. Okay. So as you
All
told me,
right.
these curtain things definitely we'll see an example how things are done. We will also open Photoshop and then we will work little on Photoshop. We'll see all
All
this.
right.
Now let's start with the first presentation about Photoshop.
And what I'm also looking for is to design posters and flyers
Definitely,
for to
definitely,
advertise.
definitely, you can
Okay.
do this with Photoshop.
Okay. Cool.
Now, can everyone see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah. So today we are doing a Photoshop Adobe Photoshop. Photoshop is by Adobe. Adobe is a product. Uh, it has various different softwares like Illustrator, Photoshop, and other softwares. But today we are going to learn is Photoshop, and the version is 7. Now, what does Photoshop content of? It is what can you do in Photoshop? You can there are tools, menus, palettes, and everything in Photoshop with the help of which you can create or edit your images. Let's go to introduction. Now, what is Photoshop? It's a professional image editing standard software, and it is used for creating images and editing the existing images. So what here you can do is, it's an image editing software where you can create your own images. You can create your own images and edit the existing image. But creating images won't give you such perfections and everything, because there are other various softwares for creating images. Basically, this software is looked up and done as a professional photo editing software, where you can edit your photos and do wonders with the software. Banners and brochures you can create, and you can give certain effects to it. Now, before starting your software, see, there are
Trilok,
yeah.
sorry, I just wanted to ask, the Photoshop that I already have on my laptop, that is some Photoshop edition 2019. Is that okay? I don't think it says Adobe Photoshop. So
No.
would that work?
See, there are various other photo editing softwares available in the market, but Adobe is the commonly used. See, some people may be having CS3, CS2, Photoshop 6, Photoshop 7, Photoshop 7.1. There are various different versions.
It just says PS Photoshop,
Yeah,
which is already there on my computer. That is
also
on the
okay.
MacBook.
Okay, that is also okay. You can work around with that also, but only difference you'll find is certain tools here and there, or certain commands here and there may be different from what version we are going to learn today. But the major basic commands and tools will be similar in all the versions, whatever you take up.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Cool. If it doesn't work, then I'll download the Adobe one.
Yeah. So what you can do is, either how we start up with Photoshop is, either you click on start button and search for Photoshop once you have downloaded, or you can click on start, then run, and then photoshop.exe you can type in. The simpler method is, you can go to start programs, and then you can search for Photoshop icon. Now, Photoshop icon, once we log into Photoshop, I'll show you how the icon looks like, and then you can click on
All
that.
right.
Okay. So
All
now,
right. Okay. Thank you.
So now in Photoshop we can do two things. That is, you can create your images and you can edit your images. For creating images, what we'll see, once you open your Photoshop creating images, option is, you have to click on file. Then all these we'll see in the software also. You have to click on new, and in new you get these different options. Now, before going into any options, I would like to tell you, Photoshop works with images, and images are made up of pixels. If you zoom in any image, you see they are made up of small square, and each and every square is known as a pixel. So these pixels, combine of these pixels give you a kind of a canvas. This image size, or you can say a canvas size, where we put our image. So when you open new, you have three options: white, background, or transparent. How do you want your canvas to be? You want a white color canvas, you want a background in your canvas, some background in your canvas, or you say a transparent. You can decide a number of pixels you want. Pixels is again the size. Here we will see there are more options in pixels. If you don't want pixels, then in the drop down you have inches and centimeters and everything, where you can decide how you want your canvas to be, and in that you can put the image and start your editing. Okay, so this is creating a new image. Now, suppose you don't want to create a new canvas, you already have your own image. So how that can be done? You again go to file menu where you have an open option, and you can select any image and you can open it. It will automatically open in the software. Now, one thing everybody has to remember, whenever we are working with Photoshop, your extension will be PSD. PSD is a Photoshop format. Uh, Whenever you save your file, there are other format in Photoshop like bitmap and JPGs and everything, but PSD is a common format in Photoshop, in all the formats of Photoshop, whereby if you open, what is the advantage of PSD, we'll see later in the software. As we proceed further, we'll see if we save in PSD, what will happen, and what if we save in other format, what will happen. Okay, now these are the two methods when we can start in. The third method is, presently I don't have a scanner with me at the moment. What you can do is you can directly go to Photoshop, and there you have a scan option. You can, if your scanner is attached to your computer, you can scan the image and open it in Photoshop and then start working on the image. You can do this also. This is your third method. So there are three methods in Photoshop. Now let us come to, on top, on any, if you open any software, on the top what you see is your menus. There are different menus with different commands in that. So once we open Photoshop, we'll see these different menus. Okay, now then again, as I told you, this is made up of toolbars. There is a toolbar in Photoshop which is also called as your floating toolbar. Now there are various objects in your toolbar, which we will see one by one how these objects they work in with your images and what wonders they can do to your images. Okay, and this is called a floating toolbar. Why this is called a floating toolbar, again we will see it in the software. And lastly, you have your palettes. Now palettes again is like your color palettes you have in. Here also we have different palettes where you can choose in your own colors to, or gradients to put in your background. Okay, so these are your palettes. There are different multiple palettes in there. So we can do wonders with these palettes. Now let us start with Photoshop. So this is your Photoshop, and on the top you can see there is an icon, that is eye with a magnifying glass. So this is the icon which looks, whenever you install, you get the icon on the screen. By clicking on this, you come up to this screen. Now, as we saw, this was a floating toolbar. Why we called it as a floating toolbar? You can see this palette or tool, you can say, toolbar is moving around your screen. It's floating. So we call this as a floating toolbar. Okay, and there are various other commands in this, options in this, which we will see later. And then on the top, as I told you, you have your menus, that is your file menu, edit menu, image menu, layer menu, select menu, filter menu, view menu, windows menu, or lastly is your help menu. Okay, and whichever tool you take in will show you your functions here. That is, what else can you do with these options? will be seen here. So let's start in. As I told you, what we can do is file, and we can say new if you want to start or create your own new thing, or we can say open. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to download this image. Now image can be of various different format. We get what we get in. We go to file, we go to file, file, open, and we say open. So now what I see is I see a image here. Okay, now let us again go to file and say open. Now in open, what we see is once we click on to all formats, we see different formats of file that will open in Photoshop. The first format is PSD, Photoshop file format, which is always used whenever we save our file. We save it as a PSD file. Okay, and bitmap is again your BMP format, which is useful again to send images. If you want to send a low quality image, we can send it as a bitmap file. Then the third format which we use is JPG, is JPEG. JPEG is joint photographic express group format, joint photographic express group format, which is again very useful. And this format is useful for saving the file. Mostly all the files are first saved in PSD format, because PSD format. Now, why PSD format? I will tell you later. And JPEG format. What is the importance of JPEG format? BMP is a very low format. It has only your bits. Your pixels are 16-bit pixels or 8 pixels, 8-bit pixels. But whereas JPEG can save up to 16.16 million colors. A photo is made up of 16.16 million colors. So all those informations JPEG can show you, but JPEG can show you. So whenever you want to send any file to your clients, you always send it as a JPEG format, not as a bitmap format, because bitmap format won't give you that clarity and that shine to your image, because as I told you, it's a 16-bit or 8-bit format. Now moving on, firstly we need to know, once we have opened the image, the images are there are in different formats. Images are in different modes. Your mode is your bitmap mode, your grayscale mode, your duotone mode, your indexing mode. Now what do I mean? As I told you, bitmap mode. Now grayscale mode is basically if it's a black and white banner or black and white photos you're working with, so is always better to work with the grayscale kind of thing. Grayscale will give a clarity to that this. And duotone is dual tone. Dual tone images, if you work with, it's better. It's better if you work in this format. Now any photograph can has 3 channels. Now what are channels? Channels is, it's a mix up of if you say, when you draw something on a canvas, and if you want say, suppose you have a color orange. See, orange, if I don't have orange, I can mix 2 colors and I make that orange. So same way here in Photoshop, there are different channels in which each and every photo is working with. Suppose if you say RGB, RGB means red, green, and blue. So this red, green, and blue is a channel on which your this is working. And if you change your channel from RGB to CMYK, so it will change into cyan, magenta, yellow, and K stands for black color. So it will work on those channels, and you can mix around and you can play around with your photos. That we'll see how we can do that. Lab again is again lab kind of colors you can play around. Now basically your bitmap always comes in your BMP format, always comes in your 8-bit channel format, that is 8 pixel for mode format. Okay, now what I will do is I go to new, and I don't make any changes here, and I say okay, and I go to edit, and I have something called as paste. So I have pasted this image here. Now let's go to file, and I say new. Now in new, what you can see is we have certain options. You have some preset sizes here, like your in Word you have your letter, legal, table. If you are creating a new canvas and where you would like to place your image or your some drawings, whatever if you have worked in some other software and here you want to give it some photographic effects, so you can do that. You can see that you have different preset formats, you can do that. Or else what we can do is we can type in the width and the height, and you can have different kind of different measurements, that is inches, centimeters, millimeters, points, picas, and columns. So basically mostly pixels or inches or centimeters is used. These three they are in use. Rest mostly they don't use it. Either you say in pixels or you say it in inches, you use this, and according to your inches, your size, you can open the canvas and you can paste your graphical thing or your photos in that canvas, and you can work in. Now coming down, you have certain, again here you have your pixel in inches and pixel in centimeters, pixels and centimeters. So whatever you want, you can take it up, and you can type in your resolution. Now resolution means the more the resolution, the brighter, the clearer will be your image. And even if you zoom in, it won't get pixelated. Pixelated means, as I told you in starting, each and every image is made up of small squares. Okay, that I will be showing it to you. So you can select your pixel here in inches or this. By default, everyone has to remember this. It's 72 pixels / inches. Okay, and again, as I told you, you have your own mode, that is your RGB mode, your CMYK mode, your lab mode, or bitmap mode. This only works in where if you say new and you open a blank, you say you open your blank blank sheet. We say a blank sheet. Okay, this is your blank sheet which you can see, and on the blank sheet it is RGB what we have selected. If you put any graphical design here, will always be selected as CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Here on the side there are palettes, different palettes here we can see. This we will be learning in detail. So here you have your RGB, you can see the color RGB, red, green, and blue, and this is the channel switcher. Channel switcher means you can play around with this color. Now similarly, if I say file and I say new, and I say again I say CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, and I say okay. So what happens is this opens, this channel opens as CMYK. Here on top you can see it is written as CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, wherein this color palette by default, if it's open in RGB, this palette which switches which comes up is in cyan, magenta, yellow, and black switches. Okay, so we will see the use of that also later. Now again, if you say new, here you have your contents. How do you want, with a white background, with a white color background color, some color, or you want it as a transparent? Okay, you don't want to have anything on the background in your canvas, and you want to keep your image there. Basically this is transparent is useful for photos. if you select some certain photos or you keep certain photos there. Okay. Now, coming up to menus we will see one by one later as we work on these tools and then we go on these menus. So same time you can see हम लोग साथ साथ menus भी देखेंगे. जैसे हम लोग ये tools करते जाएंगे उसी टाइम हम लोग menus भी साथ साथ करते जाएंगे क्योंकि these tools and these menus are interlinked together. Now, your very first tool is your selection tool. Now, selection means your rectangle marquee tool. Here, what we see by default is your rectangle marquee tool, and down we see a arrow. If I just press on my arrow, I see different type of selection. That is your rectangle marquee tool, your elliptical marquee tool, your style, your row marquee tool, your single row marquee tool, or single column marquee tool. Now, first we will see the use of rectangle marquee tool. Rectangle marquee tool is useful for selecting in a rectangular shape. Suppose I have selected this area. Selected this area. Now you can see this is this area is highlighted. Okay. Now I can work around. This is kind of a selection, and inside this selection I can work around with the image, do a lot of different stuff. So this is an selection. Okay. Your second is your elliptical marquee tool. Elliptical marquee tool is again selecting in elliptical marquee tool. You can select an oval or circular format. Suppose I have my circle marquee tool, and then I press my shift marquee tool. What you all can see is if I say if I have pressed my shift button, suddenly what happens is you can see a plus with a plus cursor. What this what this will do? Again, click and drag. So what you have seen is it is adding to your selection a circle and again adding to your this. Now I have selected my area. I press my shift key and I again shift key and again I click and drag. So it is added to my selection. Is we are working whenever you are working with any tool, you go to your windows and you say your history. Always keep your history on. If you don't keep your history on, then what happens is like in your Word and Excel we have certain command called as undo. Now I think this is a common command in all the software called undo, Control Z, which undoes your action. But in Photoshop we have only one undo. It will take us only one step further, one step backward. But if I keep my history on, what I see is I have various options. Suppose I would like to go to my select option, then it comes up here. If I would like to go my elliptical option, it comes up here. If I would like to come up to my this, I can come up here. And down you have your basket kind of thing. If I click on delete the current state, what it will do, it will delete my current state, that is my elliptical marquee. It will delete that which is merged. We'll see that also. I click on delete. It is deleting the state called elliptical marquee. I say yes, and that step is gone, deleted. Now if I would like to go back to that step, I cannot go back because I have deleted my step. So this history is very important. Whenever you start your work in Photoshop, always on this option called history option. Now again, if I press my alt and I come again to the circle, inside the circle what you see is your plus and your minus sign. Now what this will do, earlier we saw with your shift key, it was adding to your this circle. Now again I click and drag. Now we'll see, we'll take a little bigger portion. I'll take it from the center, click and drag. Now what I can see, my that much portion is being subtracted from my selection. So what alt and alt key is doing, alt and alt key is doing, alt key क्या कर रहा है? When I click and drag, it is subtracting from my selection. So alt key helps to subtract from my selection, and shift key helps to add to that selection. Now I press my control key. So you see there is a cursor with a scissor in below. What this will do, we'll see that also. It is cutting my selection. What it is doing, it is cutting my photo selection. Okay. Now again I come to my elliptical selection. Now again I press, now see there are various combination. First I told was your shift key. With shift key you can add to your selection. With control key you can subtract from your selection. With control key you can cut from the selection. Now once you press your shift and alt key, yeah, I bring my cursor here and I press, I make a marquee selection, elliptical selection, and I say I press shift and alt key together. Now what this will do, and I again overlap and click here. So what you can see is when you press your shift and your alt key, it will only show me the intersected point of both the circles. That is your elliptical. Let us see something. I have the elliptical circle and I click here and I take the rectangular circle and I press shift and alt key and I come up here and I click here. So what I get is an intersection of both the marquees, that is your rectangle marquee and your elliptical marquee. Now, if I don't click with my mouse, I directly come here and I press my, and I press come inside. You see there is an arrow. I make an rectangle marquee, and if I come inside, directly if I bring my cursor inside, I don't press any of my keys or any of my mouse. I directly bring my mouse inside the rectangle marquee. What it will do is it will show me a cursor with a small rectangle dotted. But and if I press my mouse and I try to move it, you will see your cursor will turn into a black color pointer, which is only moving your selection, not cutting your image or moving the portion of your image. So if you only want to move your selection from one corner to the other corner, suppose if you have selected something with an exact measurement size and you want to move that, you're done with that, then you want to move downwards, bring it downwards because some other portion is also having the same size. You can just make one rectangle marquee and then bring it inside, click with your mouse and then move it. Suppose I press inside, click with my mouse, bring my cursor inside, and and press shift and try to move it. So what you will, once you try it yourself, you will see it is moving on prefixed this. That is, your canvas is made up of a grid, imaginary grid. It will try to stick. You will feel it as if it is hanging, trying to hang to a certain kind of grid. Now, second tool again we have is your movement tool. Okay, here we also had was something called a single row marquee tool. This is not that much useful, but I will just tell you what it does. If I just click here, it will say, it will select a single row. If I take my zoom tool and I zoom in inside this, what you see is it is selected your single row. A single row it is selected. Same way, if you say single column marquee tool, if you click here, it will again show, tell you that it is selected a single column. Now, where this is useful, suppose if you are working with an image and you would like to delete your corners of your image. Suppose you have copied something from somewhere and the corners are not very straight. You can select by single row or column marquee tool, and then you can directly click on the delete button and your certain, if I click on delete button, now what happens is, and I say control D is for deselect, you see a single white line is appeared. Why this single white line appeared is your single column is being deleted. Always remember the control D is for your deselect. You can even see this command in select menu, and you can see select. Once I am selecting, on top the same thing you have in select, you have all the options, different options. That is your deselect, reselect. Reselect is for reselecting the same thing. If I click again, is reselected the same single column. And shortcuts are always already given besides each and every command, that is shift control D, control D. So if you remember the shortcut, it's very good. Always try to work with the shortcuts. So this was your select tool. In select, if I go to menu, we also have certain other options. Say if I take my rectangle marquee tool, if I have selected my rectangle tool, so now this area I have selected, I go to my select menu and I say inverse. Now once if I say inverse, what it will do, it will inverse, leaving this area will be left alone as it is, and the entire image will be filled. Very small example I will show it to you. I have selected this, I have my color in my color palette. These are my palettes. This is foreground and this is background. Okay, I will show you to you later how we can change the colors in the palette. Just go to your edit and something you have called fill. This fill menu we'll also see in detail. I say okay. So what happens is your that selected portion, your rectangle marquee tool is selected and it is colored. If I say control Z and I say now if I go to select and I say inverse, and if I go to edit and if I say fill and I say with foreground color and I say okay, keeping that portion aside, it will fill the entire image. So it will inverse my selection. So this is what inverse will do. Again, to deselect, either you press control D or you come to your history palette where you have deselect command. You can go to there, or you can go to your select menu and you can click on deselect. So these are the three different methods by which you can deselect your selection. Now again I have selected with my select marquee tool. I go to select and I say select all. If I say select all, that means my entire image is selected. Then I can work around with this. Now you have something called as feather. Suppose if I say feather and I put this as 10 and I say okay. You see what happens is your edges getting rounded. And if I fill color inside this, now if I fill color inside this and I say okay and I say control D. So what can you see? Your filling of color and your edges have become more blurry and feathery kind of effect has been created. So what I've done was I have filled some color inside that and I was working with that. But what you can do is you can say suppose I take my zoom tool and I zoom in this area and I say I take my elliptical marquee tool and I click here and I go to this palette. Now this is your foreground palette, this is your background palette. I double click on my foreground palette. What you see is your color picker or your color palette. Here you can change your color. You can change your color. This round dot you can see, you can move around with this to different color. I say red color, or I can slider with my slider. I can do that, or with my values I can change here red, green, blue color values. If I know, I can do that. Okay, and only web colors means if you want to post this on your internet, so you can tick mark on that, and it will only show you your internet colors, web colors. Suppose I take red color and I say okay. Now what I do is I go and select and I say feather and I say feather as 10. Chalo, let's take it as 10 and I go to edit and I say fill and I say okay and I say control D is to deselect. So now what you can see is we kind of we have an effect kind of thing, that is something coming from the mouth, inside of the mouth, some red thing coming inside of the mouth. You get an effect kind of thing in the image. So this is how you can create an effect with the image. This is your feather tool. Feather is your smoothing of your borders. Your borders will always get smoothen up. Okay. Now coming back to your elliptical circle, elliptical marquee, I again have this. Then we have something called as modify. Modify means again, if you go to modify is something which you have modified. Modified means you are modifying your selection. That is border. Everybody can understand why. What do I mean by border? Border means एक सरहद होती है, एक हद होती है. So the border of the marquee tool, that is your elliptical marquee, I can increase that. I go to border and I say I want to increase it by 10. So 10. Say I okay. So I have created a border of 10 radius around this. And now if I go and say fill and say fill the foreground color and I say okay, so it is just filled in the borders. Control Z is one step undo, and with again my history palette, I say elliptical marquee. I come back to elliptical marquee. I again go to my select tool. I say smooth. Now smooth is again smoothing your edges. Basically this is worked with edges. Suppose if I say 6, okay, edit and I say fill and I say okay and I say control D. So hardly any difference you will see. But if you try to see your edges, I take my zoom tool. And I see my edges are getting smoothened. Now again, I zoom in. I have selected this portion. I go to select and I go to modify. I want to expand my selection. Now, what expanding selection will do, it will expand not only a border but the entire selection. Let us see that. If I say 5 by 5 and I say OK, so it is increased by 5. It is expanded by 5. Again, I go to select and I say modify and I say contract. And if I say by 5, so everybody knows what contract means. It will shrink by 5 pixels. And your circle will become a smaller circle. If I say again, if I say Control Z undo, it will take me one step back. See, always remember you have only one undo, as in your word you have multiple undos. Here you have only one undos, and if you want multiple undos, then you have to go to your history palette. We already have seen how you can on your history palette, that is in your Windows, you need to search for history. Once you click on history, then you have your history palette where it will show you your entire history. Now, again, if I go to select, if I go to select and I say select similar. So now what similar has done? Similar is little, see, I will explain it to you. Once you zoom in, suppose if I zoom in any portion, can guys see it is made up of pixels? As I earlier told you, all images are made up of small squares called pixels. Now each and every pixel is having different shades of colors. Suppose if I say I select with my rectangle marquee tool, this kind of color shade, these two color shades, and I say select similar. Now once I say similar, what it is doing, it is trying to select similar and nearest to this color shade. Similar या उसके नजदीक वाला color shade को वो select करता है. That is selection. Again, this kind of shade is useful only when you have one kind of color. One kind of color means foreground में red color है, background में blue color है. That's it. Then you can select with similar. तो pixel में different colors आएंगे ही नहीं, तो एक shot, one shot में select हो जाएंगे. But if you have kind of ऐसा कोई image है जहाँ पे multiple colors है, if you have different colors and pixels, so what you will see is it is, if you use a similar tool, it is very difficult to work with. Now select में then we have is down is transform selection. Now transform selection is I have the selection. Now once I click on select and transform selection, very good command. What this transform selection will do, I can rotate my selection, I can increase or decrease my selection. See, it is not compressing your image, it is only compressing your selection, that is transforming your selection only. I am increasing my selection, I am decreasing my selection. So what I have done is I can do this. Now Control D. See, again if I say Control D, it will not deselect because it is in transformation mode. So after how to come out of transformation mode is, once you are in this transformation mode, press your enter key, you come out of transformation mode and your selection size has become small or big, and then you can work around with this, and then you can control D. Now, I zoom in. Okay. Now I take my elliptical marquee tool and I select this. So what I've seen is I've selected this. Okay. Now what I can do is I can go to a command called save selection, and I can name my selection save selection as eyes, EYES, and I say okay. Suppose you're working on this selection, by default अगर control D press हो जाता है, your selection is gone, and उसके बाद आप 2-3 कमांड और कर लेते हो तो वो सिलेक्शन चला गया, because I told you you have only one selection, one undo command. तो अब क्या होएगा कि आपको वो सिलेक्शन चाहिए, बिकॉज योर आईज का जो आपने किया था परफेक्ट था, मेहनत करके आपने सेलेक्ट किया है, परफेक्ट था. तो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज आई विल अगेन गो टू माय सेलेक्ट एंड आई से लोड द सिलेक्शन एंड लोड द सिलेक्शन कॉल आईज एंड आई से ओके. तो मेरा क्या आ गया है, वो सिलेक्शन वापस आ गया है. तो मेरी मेहनत किधर नहीं गई, मेरी मेहनत उधर की उधर है और मैंने सिलेक्शन सेव कर दिया है. नाउ now this selection के corner में if I press my alt key and come towards a corner and click with my mouse, you can see there are 2 pointers. 2 pointers, what this 2 pointer means, we'll see that. If I click and drag, what you have seen is it is created a duplicate. क्या किया है, वो इमेज का उसने डुप्लीकेट तैयार कर दिया है, उसने इमेज को कट नहीं किया है. नॉर्मली इफ आई क्लिक एंड ड्रैग, तो मैंने लास्ट टाइम दिखाया था वो इमेज को कट कर रहा था, बट दिस इज क्रिएटिंग एंड डुप्लीकेट ऑफ द इमेज. अगेन सी हाउ टू क्रिएट. Press your alt key, press your mouse key, bring the cursor inside. As you press your alt key and mouse key and you bring the cursor inside, it turns into a black and white cursor, and if you click and drag, it is creating a duplicate of that. Duplicate important है कि समझो आपने एक आइस को कलर कर दिया है और दूसरी जगह पे लगाना है, तो दूसरे को भी कलर करके उसके आइस की जगह पे उसको कॉपी पेस्ट कर दीजिए, तो ये ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाएगा. Or else what you can do is so this is what you can do. Now this is was your movement tool and your marquee and selection tool. So with your selection tool, your select menu is also interlinked with that. So we saw what your select tool and your select menu will do for you. Now after this, we have something called as your lasso tool. Lasso tool, maybe you have certain option. Lasso tool is again a very important tool. This is also a selection kind of tool. The first is your freehand lasso tool, which helps you to select your selection, a freehand selection. And if you meet your starting point and ending point, your selection will get completed. But for selecting with freehand, one has to have a very steady hand. जिसका हाथ स्टेडी नहीं है वो ये फ्री हैंड टूल में वर्क नहीं कर पाएगा, बिकॉज फ्री हैंड टूल में एकदम स्टेडी हैंड होना जरूरी है, अदरवाइज आदमी वर्क नहीं कर सकता है उसके ऊपर. नाउ after this you have something called as your polygonal lasso tool. Polygonal lasso tool is you, अगर आपका हाथ स्टेडी भी नहीं है तो भी आप इजीली सेलेक्ट कर सकते हो. जस्ट क्लिक, just click, drag. Suppose I've dragged till here and I again click, drag, click, drag, click, drag, click, drag, click, drag. So what you can see is your selection is selected. You have selected your selection with your polygonal lasso. And again you can work around with your colors and you can work around with your image. Now the third option we have is your magnetic lasso tool. Magnetic lasso tool is you need to click and drag. Automatically it will, like a magnet, it will try to get snatched to your edges. This is also a very good tool to select a particular selection. Okay, so this is how your magnetic lasso tool will work. It will try to get adjusted to the selection. Now in today's class what we saw was what was the use of Photoshop. Then second thing, what happens when you say open a file or new file. What are the different formats in which we can save a file. Then we had was how you can select in different what were the tools in this. This is floating toolbar, and floating toolbar mein there are different palettes in or this. So once you open your image, what next you need to open, that is your history panel, because you only have one step to go back. You cannot go multiple step back as you have in other software. Then we saw different kind of selection. First was your rectangular selection, then second was your elliptical selection, and third was your single row selection, and fourth was your single column selection. So single marquee selection, sorry, selection name marquee selection. Okay, and this what happens with the select menu when you use these different things in your with the help of your select menu. What different functions you have select all, deselect, reselect. What deselect will do, deselect will deselect your selection, reselect will reselect your selection, inverse will inverse keeping that selection. Then we saw was feather, modify. What feather will do, will smoothen your edges. Modify will modify the selection, and different options you have in modify. Then grow will grow your area according to your grow will grow the area, will increase your selection. Then similar will select the similar kind of pixels. And then we saw transformation of your selection, that is your rotating and shrinking and making big your selection. Save selection means you can save a selection, and then load selection later on if you want to load it in any आगे load करना है तो आप load कर सकते हो. Then with the help of selection we saw how you can add two selections. We saw दो मार्क्यू सिलेक्शन को ऐड कैसे करने का है, अगर पोर्शन को सबट्रैक्ट करने का है, या दोनों सिलेक्शन का इंटरेक्शन पॉइंट को खाली सिलेक्ट उतना ही चाहिए तो कैसे करने का. विद ऑल द कंट्रोल शिफ्ट कमांड्स वी सॉ. देन वी सॉ मूवमेंट टूल. मूवमेंट से आप कैसे मूव कर सकते हो. विद ऑल द कंट्रोल शिफ्ट कमांड आप उसका डुप्लीकेट कैसे बना सकते हो. Then after that, last what we saw was for today we saw was your lasso tool. in lasso to your lasso tool, which we have your normal lasso tool, that is your freehand tool. Then second is your polygonal lasso, and third is your magnetic lasso, and what this tool is helpful for. So this is what we learned in today's class. Next class, what we will be learning is your very good menu is called your magic wands. Magic wand, what this magic wand will do, then what this crop tool will do, then your slicing tool will do, your healing brush will do, and very important tool which is useful for all, that is cloning tool. Cloning tool, as Smriti told me ki she wanted to make a curtain and repeat the curtain till the ends of the wall. This cloning tool will help me for that. We will see that how things have been done in cloning tool and how we can continue with the cloning tool and complete your curtains. Okay. Any question for today? You can unmute your mic and one by one and ask me if you have any questions for today. Shilpa, if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Sorry. Thank you so much for today's workshop. It was very, very informative. There's so much that I've learned. When will you be sending the recording? That it is something that we'll have to go through again to actually
Today
get to know it.
Today I will be sending you the recording. Once the class is over, say by before 12 midnight, you will be getting the recording.
All right. And when will we get to sort of practice once with you?
You
Or
can,
like, for example, if we suppose we create a poster or a flyer,
yeah, what you can
and can we sort of connect with you, maybe a follow-up kind of a thing,
yeah,
maybe,
you
you
can,
know,
you
2
can.
days?
Yeah, you can. See, when I'm speaking with Smriti, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Smriti,
Yes.
what you can do is you can download the software, or once you can open your software on your computer and you can just check in whether this is the same software or if it's
Yeah. I just checked. It's the same software. It's just the 2020 version.
okay. No
It's just the latest version because I got it through my son. So
okay.
he had the version. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't think because see in Photoshop what we have is a free version, that is the older version. Latest version you have to actually pay a certain bit of amount and you have to buy. You have to get yourself registered to make it work properly. Your latest version will work, but there will be certain commands which will not give you that effect or that uh, that क्या वो type of आपका satisfaction, because after all if Adobe is giving everything in free तो उनकी भी कमाई नहीं होगी तो कैसे होएगा. तो इसके लिए Adobe
okay.
is a paid software and 2020 again I don't think will be a paid kind of sum. वो free version उसने download किया रहेगा or something like that. But Photoshop 7 is a free version which has all the commands and all the functions. जितना भी 7 में था, it is functioning and working okay. That is why I have taken this version.
Okay, I'll download your version.
You can download.
I'll download that.
You can download my version, and I've given you the link and everything. You can go there and you can even see the screenshot I have sent you. You can
Yes.
click on the download and then automatically it will download. And once it is downloaded, it will download in WinZip format. WinZip format. WinZip is a very common tool everybody has to unzip your file, or you compress your file in zip format, zip zip format.
Okay.
So you unzip that in any folder and then you click on setup. Once you click on setup, ऊपर आपके पास एक serial number होगा. Just copy that serial number. It will ask you to put in serial number, your name, everything. You put in any name, that is ABCD, blah blah blah, XYZ, and you put in that serial number and you say continue. It will automatically install your software and then you can open and work with it. Work with this.
All right.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Actually, it was quite informative.
Okay.
You've given a lot of details. I'll have to use and the recording will come, right? I'll have to use and see.
Yeah, you can.
Feels.
See, it is very useful because क्या होता है कि certain times आपकी कंपनी बोलते हैं कि अभी मुझे ये बैनर को एडिट करके दे दो, मुझे ये करके दे दो, मुझे वो करके दे दो. And this version 7 is hardly 160-170 MB software, a very small software where you can download it in your computer also. And फटाफट इसमें आप एडिट करके 2 मिनट में, मतलब 2-5 मिनट में एडिट करके एंड आप दे सकते हो. आपका बॉस भी एकदम खुश हो जाएगा, अरे वाह कैसे करके दिया आप, मुझे बताइए. then that is something you have to keep it to yourself and not leak it out, because वो तो होता है certain tricks and trade of your job and something like that. So अपने पास रखने का वो चीज, और and then you can tell them I can do it. This is also an added feature with me.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, tell me.
Does it also have different fonts that we can use, like different? Is that
It has.
included in the?
It has. It has.
Uh,
If you can see, we have something called as when we come down, you have something called as text. Your text. You can
yeah,
walk around with that text. Text, and you can type text in different manner, horizontal, vertical. I'll show it to you. Very easy. And then,
tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow we will see that, and we can fill color in that text and make it something interesting and something.